break the silence.
And we're live.
We are live. Yes, and we're really live.
We're really live. We're really the first time we've ever been face-to-face recording.
Yes, and first time face-to-face as of a couple days ago.
As a couple days ago.
In grandma's, in
Mashy's basement. We literally are in my basement. It is not. We're not kidding. It is my basement, right? You're right. Yeah.
We're in
That's quite a basement it is.
Thank you.
The sim, I guess the sim is
Over there.
over there.
Yep.
That way. Yeah. So we are in Denver, Colorado.
Woohoo!
Matthew's home state, hometown, and we are day 3 of the trip. So it's Saturday night. We played 4 rounds so far, and so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some new courses. We're going to talk about MPALs. But first, let's talk about our guests, right?
We have guests.
And we didn't really talk about privacy concerns. Are we supposed to call them
I
Discord?
know. Yeah.
Or do we release their real identities?
Yeah. What do you guys want to be called by? Like, is it afraid to call you by real names, or should we all go by Discord names here? We're going by.
I think either way it's going to slip because playing golf we all read real names and stuff.
Yeah,
What do you prefer?
I've actually added Mike in my tag in Discord, so I'm good with either. I've been some version of Bullpride for 15 years now.
I'm calling you Bullfrog.
So there you go.
You're just for this show, you're Bullfrog.
That works for me.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm CO Golf on Discord. Matt is my name. Been on there for quite a while, so I'm sure.
Matt is sim builder extraordinaire.
Sim builder, seller,
Yep.
everything sim.
Yep. If you need projectors or unicorn, call you, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Any sim gear.
So that was really intros, because I'm slacking. I didn't advance the slides.
Quick nap, that's all right. That's you need.
Can I
I'm out of my element here.
Looks like a mouse pad.
Unfortunately, due to budget concerns, Steve couldn't make the trip, so it's been put on my lap to take care of all of these.
That was a bunch of concerns. I don't want him in my house.
Yeah.
Steve smells.
I think he's on a couple of lists too.
He is on a couple of lists. I do have children in this house, and he's not allowed right into my house.
All right, well, let's get down to the important thing, which is
Behind the bar.
yes, what are we drinking here? So where do we want to? So let's start with that one, because this one leads into a little bit more of a story.
And this one is, they're both special, but this one is really special because Bull Pride showed up to my house with 2 gifts. First one, I should go get it. I should have Travis run up there and go get it. Will you run upstairs and get the, so I can show everybody, you know where it is?
Yeah.
Well, the first gift I think is secured by an antibiotic.
Well,
Let's clarify.
that's clarified.
Does it still burn? This is getting good.
They call that the Kentucky hug. You'll get that later. We'll tell you later. So the first gift, we'll talk about in a second. The second gift that Bull Pride brought, which, by the way, gifts are completely unexpected, is this amazing bottle of West Virginia distilled 1863 bourbon.
Steve, cue the banjos.
Did you know that something liquor other than moonshine comes out of West Virginia?
Well, I was shocked because when you handed it to me, instead of from West Virginia, I thought it'd be clear,
Mhm.
but it's not, and that turns out to be real bourbon.
It's gotta be like from the border though, right?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
So you and I are drinking this one right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's I will tell you, on first open and first I did the smells and the stuff that they taught us. Yeah, you'll see it. It's very good.
We're all bourbon snobs.
We are bourbon snobs. This is really good, and it goes down very, very well. So we'll be drinking this one throughout the night. So again, 1863 out of the I think it's a partnership with the Country Roads Trust out of West Virginia. And so thank you for bringing that. Cheers. Very good. Cheers.
And then on your left, our right, my right, we are drinking which leads into, we're drinking some Laws. This is an extremely special bottle because you can only get this here in Denver. And you grabbed this.
I got this about, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago. This is, and we actually talked about this on the show.
Did you try it on the show?
Beginning of the winter season, and this is the Laws bourbon that is in a Calvados cask. So it's a French. It's actually aged in a French apple brandy barrel. So it's technically it's technically called we learned this. It's not a true bourbon because it actually says on here it was whiskey finished in a Calvados cask. So they actually do it in a bourbon cask first, and then they get out of the bourbon and they finish it in the Calvados cask. So it is a full bourbon. They didn't age it the first time. So that's
I don't know how long it was finished.
I think when I got that, I think they said it was finished for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So it was 3 years on the standard Laws bourbon, and then it was 2 years in the Calvados cask on top of that.
I'll have to argue mine's finished for about 5 minutes.
Oh, and gift number 1 from Bull Pride is, hold on, CO Golf. What does it say right there on the heel?
5 Mashie.
It's a mashie.
Oh, yeah.
That will be good. An actual real life mashie with the oak. Is it oak? Or hickory, oak or hickory shaft. I'm dying to actually hit it, but I'm also afraid I'm gonna break my arm or break my leg.
I bet it would play.
Like, that's really thoughtful, but at least you could have put a new grip on it.
This is the new thick extra green. So here you go, Chatty. Thank you.
So Mashie hooked us up, and we decided to actually visit Laws.
We did.
Yes.
I booked us a private tour.
So we went in there yesterday after our round. We'll talk about golf a little bit later, and hit Laws Whiskey House. Got a private tour. You can see some pictures of us standing next to. Those are actually our full barrels. That's not like where they store most of their barrels at. That's the place off-site. But we sat right in there, and they give us the big long spiel. There's what they call the church.
The church. They call it
There's
church. The whiskey.
There's some pews in there.
It was a hot church.
It was a hot church.
Interesting.
Well, as soon as they said church, I started sweating.
At least none of us got fired.
Because you said church, a lightning bolt came down next to you. So I don't know.
Yes. So her name was Ryan, right?
Ryan.
Got
She was
it.
great.
Yeah, she knew her stuff.
She knew her stuff. Yeah.
And I asked a bunch of questions. She eventually said, "Just shut up and drink the
Pretty
whiskey."
much. First, she was like, "Give me all the questions. I love them." Then for about 5 minutes, she's like, "Guys, I got to move on."
So we got to taste like also like the whiskey through the process, and that like the stuff at the very beginning was what they call the beer,
The brewer's beer or something like that. Whiskey, yeah, it's
which
like
is kind of doughy tasting,
Yeah.
and
it's like the grains before all the yeast
Yeah.
is added, and it's not
Yeah.
quite. It's like a breakfast cereal kind of
like
flavory,
Like an oatmeal.
like an oatmeal. Yeah, like an oatmeal mash kind
And
of.
then the before they put it in the cask, the clear, which was like close to moonshine
Oh.
at that point. That
was like, whoa, it was like ready to go into a charred barrel, and it was 110
High proof,
high proof.
pure alcohol. Yeah, it was.
They called it a high wine, I think. It was
Like
a
intense tequila.
yes, yeah. So it was like a tequila. She said, "Oh, grow hair in your chest," and I was like, "Right, get extra."
took the hair off my chest.
I tell you, it was rough.
Now I did buy a bottle there, and that's me trying to figure out how to get it home. So I packed it, and that's bourbon smothered in underwear.
So it's bumperware.
Yeah, so you can see we have Haynes as our new sponsor.
And you need Taco Bell. Like, does Haynes have a logo symbol like a Taco Bell?
Was Haynes for Luna?
It was no, yeah, Haynes for no. They're two separate.
Right?
Oh my God, I'm showing my age now. I don't know. Haynes for the Loop. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are two different brands.
I think they are two different brands. Yeah.
But that is my actually. I got really that's my shoe bag for my golf shoes. So it's got padding.
You just gonna wrap all.
So I put the bourbon in the shoe bag and then wrap some underwear around it, and that's going to sit in the middle of my suitcase.
Yeah.
It doesn't get
So it
broken.
doesn't break on the way home.
Yeah.
Nice.
Worst case is I'll just smell my underwear smells like bourbon the rest of my life.
I thought this story was going to go a little different.
I did too. Well, where do you think it was going?
It's a bad airport experience.
And I both have got bottles too, so I'm excited to get mine open, put it on the shelf.
You got a single barrel.
I did. I really enjoy single barrel.
Yeah,
So
so
I'm a Four Roses single barrel.
Okay.
Do you need any dirty underwear help?
I have plenty covered.
Because it was warm here this week so far, guys. Let's be honest. I don't think until this morning, all of our rounds have been in the 90s.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's been dry, but it's been hot here. And so, yeah, we sweat a lot.
Let's move on from the.
Yeah, please. Too long on that picture. So, hey, do you have a golf story?
Oh,
We have golf stories.
this might be the longest golf story segment we've ever done.
We might have to like just carve the course part off to its own episode.
Yeah, so we played. Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
So day number one, which is Thursday morning.
So these guys, just to set the stage, these guys flew in. Well, CO lives here. He lives in Colorado Springs.
So I flew in.
But he did fly in from California, right?
Yeah.
So these two flew in on Wednesday afternoon-ish evening. Well, Bull probably showed up at my house at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
I did. I like to be early.
I scheduled the day at work thinking they'd get me evening, but like, there's a knock on my door at 10. Hi. And so what did we do on that Wednesday night? We hung out over here. Oh, I cooked dinner for them. So they came in and I had a meal prepared for them, for you guys. Hopefully it was okay.
Yeah. Well, if you guys are ever in the area and, this guy makes a mean fajita, we're looking forward to burgers tonight. So this is the spot. There's a place in Denver.
Is it called vaginas?
No,
Yeah.
fajitas. And so we did that on Friday. We hung out here and drank bourbon and beer and had s'mores and sat out by the fire pit and just kind of did what we normally do in the summertime around here.
Travis won the s'more building contest.
Travis won the s'more building contest, correct? They didn't see you. You're not part of it.
No, he got his arms there. There you go.
There it is. Thanks for the photo bomb. And then Thursday morning was first round.
Yes.
Fair dance.
Yes.
You go.
A Nashi special.
The fair dance wine.
What's your course?
Yes.
I love that course. I tried to pick courses around here that we built in GS Pro, or that I built in GS Pro, so that you guys could play them before you got out here. It'd be like, hey, I played in the sim, and then this is kind of like, what it's like in real life. So that was the intention.
And I did play Arrowhead before I came out, and let's not talk about that. But I'm looking forward to, over the next week or so, take a break after this trip a little bit. But going home and sort of getting a chance to replay the courses that we played out here in the weekend. So that's certainly the plan.
No, my first memory of bear dance, though, was stepping onto the driving range and not being able to see 10 feet in front of me because the sun was literally in your face.
I think we teed off at like 7:20 or 7:30 in the morning, and that sun was like directly in our eyes. You couldn't see where the shots were going.
No, I was just hitting balls and going by feel on how.
Then we go over the first tee, and I think you just like smoked it right down left hand side.
That was my last smoke of the day.
First and only of the whole day.
Yes. It was good though, because I mean, let's face it, we all kind of knew each other, but still,
Yeah, you don't know. I mean, now 4 days later, we all know each other really well, right?
Yes.
Did anyone do a tin cup shank across the driving range?
No, we saved those for other courses. We'll get to those, don't worry. Justin, I know you love to watch the show, so thank you very much. You recognize the T sign right there. So Justin made those for me for GS Pro to mimic the real ones. Well, that is the real one. That's obviously on the number one right there on that. So that's cool.
Now I will say we didn't see any bears.
We did see a lot of other stuff though.
But like where we're standing right there, 10 minutes before that, there was a deer walking about 10 yards from me, very casually, just hanging out, and we saw a lot of wildlife.
We saw a lot of wildlife on the trip. We saw deer, we saw turkeys, we saw ducks, saw geese, we saw
Rabbits.
Rabbits. You got intimately familiar with the rabbit.
Was that here?
No, that was fossil praise. We'll get there. We'll get there. So you want to go through some pictures and then
Yeah. So this is T number one,
was
which
gorgeous.
and this is the first time I've been to Colorado skiing before, but never to play golf. And we do not have elevation changes like this in Pennsylvania. We do not have views like this in Pennsylvania. We did not have thin air like this in Pennsylvania. So it was,
What did you think? What was your overall impression? Your first, like on the first tee box, like, you know?
I mean, overall, it's fantastic. I mean, the scenery is amazing. The courses we played, these are definitely some of the higher courses I've played. So and I thought this course, let's save it to the end. We're going to talk about
Yep.
what we thought were
Yeah,
the
yeah.
courses and everything. But
Yep.
Well played. There's a little selfie. Was that?
That's the bear paw. So that's us
Yes.
on the tee of number
You can see the
5.
background there.
In the, six, thank you.
Back
6.
there.
And back there is the bear paw bunker. And then, listen, let's be honest here. 3 of us went for the green in 1. It is reachable. It's about 270-yard carry to reach the green in 1. 3 of us, Seal Golf, Bull Pride, and myself, went for it. Master took the smart play and put it just down there in the fairway where you're supposed to do. We both missed. And this man right here is on the green in 1 on a par 4.
Yes.
And
Lower tier on the green.
Yep.
Made it up there.
and then
Felt really good about it. And then 3-putt.
3-putted.
Following a par 5 where I hit a beautiful 5-wood into that green.
Yep.
And then
3-putted.
So what was your highlight of that day? Which one was?
Oh God, a bear dance?
Yeah.
Playing with you guys.
No.
Yeah, honestly, like we've all chatted so much, and we've been talking in Discord, the 4 of us, since January about getting together. And for me, it was kind of like we're here, like we're on the first tee, we're here hanging out and playing, and that was kind of the best thing. That and my 2 birdies.
Yeah, you mentioned nerves on the first tee box, and certainly they were there, but immediately when we got together for the first time,
Yes,
as I met you earlier, and then when you showed up, and then when you got there on at Bear Dance, it felt like I knew you guys.
yeah.
And it's certainly I've learned quite a bit more from you over the last couple of days, and it's just been
And you still like us?
I do. I'm here. Well, you gave me bourbon, so.
And then
Then we went to Red Hawk Ridge.
for our second round. Now, by the way, when we teed off Red Hawk Ridge, I think it was 96 degrees when we teed off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes.
Yes.
Which made the mental game kind of tough.
It was a bit of a drag.
Some of us handled it better than others.
Yes, some of us. Yes.
I think we all had a few low lights during the week. Yours was definitely, I think, the middle of Red Hawk Ridge.
Yeah.
One highlight during that round, but otherwise it was pretty
Chip.
much a struggle. Yeah, pretty much a struggle to get through.
Which is, your chip. So you were obviously tired. You were like mentally just like it looked like you just had enough of golf.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, I'll catch up because I was at that point today.
Yeah, you are.
Right. And the golf gods found
Yeah.
Well, they helped him both because he chipped. Well, how far were you off when you chipped that?
I shot it. I shot it with the rangefinder, of course, because that's what I do.
Yes.
But where was that? It was at Red Hawk Ridge.
It was Red Hawk. It was a par 3
Yeah.
that I missed short right. I had a reasonable swing, and I was 36 yards. 36 yards, and I had a pitching wedge or a 9-iron in my hand, and hit a bump and run, and it got down, and it rolled, and it rolled, and it rolled, and it rolled, and it hit the pin, and thought about coming right back out at me, and dropped right into the hole. Yeah.
Turns out those pins aren't rubber.
No, it was solid. Yeah, that was solid. That was a great chip, man. So what did we shoot at? What did you shoot at Bear Dance?
Oh, Bear Dance, I was at 98.
98,
97.
87, and I shot 88 Bear Dance. Yeah, it's good.
And then Red Hawk Ridge, I think I have one more picture here.
Yeah, that's just kind of like bulking all out. It was really beautiful. And by the way, Pac-Man, I'm not kidding. Like we got to Red Hawk Ridge, we're like, Pac-Man needs to be here. He built this course, and we're here for you. And so we were thinking about you, buddy.
I'd like to start a petition, though, to rename houses as master magnets. And I think
No argument.
yeah, I think that
It's amazing to me, no matter where the house is, he tries to hit it.
oh yeah,
It's a house off in the distance, 3.5 miles away. And he's like, I hit it.
So,
That's me.
so the backstory there is like one of the first times I played like outside of my home course when I was a beginning golfer. We played at court. It was actually Penn National. There was houses everywhere around there. And I hit a house like on my first drive. And ever since then, if there are houses that are hittable from a golf course, I have a mental breakdown.
We were on number the second tee box, number 2 tee at Red Hawk Ridge, and I'm down the middle. You're down the middle. You're down the middle. And Masley gets up to hit, and all of a sudden he hits. And it goes. It's as weekend of a left hook as you. It starts left and it's hooking left over the out of bounds, over the fence, and we're all kind of cringing, waiting for it, and all of a sudden, damn! It's the ball off of the side of somebody's house, but it wasn't like the house on the course. It was like 3 houses.
I think it went over the first set of houses.
Oh,
Hit
yeah.
the street and hit the side of the house on the other side.
It was a house in from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just waiting for glass to break, and then like, you can't go up, and you're kind of waiting for someone to come and yell at you.
I was waiting for some lady to come out in her bathrobe and smoking a cigarette.
Maybe Pac-Man needs to make an edit to that course with some
With some-
with
with
like
some-
that,
or at least a sign.
or a big target.
You need to put a sign on number 2 Pac-Man that like just for Master Blast. Like,
Go
that's the
away,
real
Master
life Master Blast.
We don't want you here.
But what I wanted to do, and Matt booked this one, or CO Golf booked this one, so it was great because Bear Dance, very heavily treed.
Yes.
Every tee was a chute, like you got trees, like you're hitting through a chute to get out, then the fairway would open up, but the edges of the fairway is pretty heavily treed. And then we literally went 8 miles from Bear Dance to Red Hawk Ridge. And this course was actually a little higher elevation, and it was very few trees, much more wide open, but still as much trouble. It was just deep rough trouble. It was like as soon as you got off the rough, it was hard to find balls.
Deserty, yeah.
Deserty and hot.
Call it Red Ridge Development.
And
But ironically, that was my best score.
what'd you score at Red Hawk?
91.
91.
Which is the best score for me.
How did you putt this week?
Well, I went through almost 3 rounds. It was the 17th hole of our 3rd round, and I had 3 putted yet.
Yeah, you guys.
So that's really easy when you pick up on 10 holes.
But listen, you literally played almost 3. At least the first day, you left the first day
Like
36
53
holes. Yeah, but like on day 1, you played 36 holes and did not in a row. Like 36, we took a break to eat lunch, drove next course, played another 18, and you did not have a 3 putt for the first. Then you went to the second day and played another 13 holes and didn't have a 3 putt.
17.
17 holes. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was,
Yeah.
that was my overall highlight because my scoring was not.
You had slices.
Yes. So then it takes us to Fossil Trace, which is a build that you've done.
I've done Fossil Trace. Yep, I built that one. Now, I actually personally believe, I don't mean this biasly, but I think I've been told this by a lot of people. It's very, it's like a hidden gem. It's in GS Pro. A lot of people don't know anything about it. It's a local course. It's a very, very fun course. It is actually named after fossils they found when they excavated the course and out of the ground. They even have a fossil section where you can go and look at the history and stuff of it. And I've had a lot of people ping me on Discord and say, that course was a ton of fun to play. Like, it's kind of like this little hidden gem that no one really, it's not on the SGD tour. No one will never see it like that. But that's why I wanted you guys to play it, because in real life, it is so much fun to play. And so I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. So, yeah.
It was a really interesting layout, lots of great views. The views from all of the courses that we played this week have been amazing, but the layouts of the courses are interesting. Very playable, nothing unfair. Definitely tough courses, but nothing unfair. I had a really good time. This course particularly.
Now, I think one of my biggest surprises is how much I didn't have to hit driver. I mean, there were a lot of times when I have trouble with my driver, so I don't hit it, but I didn't need to hit it because of a lot of the elevation changes. And these courses aren't short. I mean, I think every day we played like 6,300, 6,400.
Well, actually, day 1, the shortest we played was 66.
At Bear Dance.
At Bear Dance, 66. Red Hawk Ridge was like 65, 90.
Okay.
And then Fossil Trace, I think we played the mixed.
We did.
Yeah, and I think that was
T-Rex.
64, 6,500, somewhere around. T-Rex was 6,400.
Yeah.
So we weren't playing, 52, 5,300. We weren't playing the white tees. We were either the blue tees or we were a mix of blue block. Basically is what the yardages were.
Yeah. So this was the signature hole. It's hard to tell on here, but way in the background there, you'll see a couple of those rock structures sticking up.
Middle of the fairway.
And it, to me, that I describe it as like the biggest mini golf I've seen. It was like there was just obstacles out there, and you really had. This was really some. If anything, this was probably the most placement golf hole that we played because you could get stuck behind any of like 3 or 4 of those rocks.
Well, and what you also
Hit the rock. You're not gonna get stuck behind.
Yes, and believe me, that's what
You did. You hit the rock. Yeah.
Yeah, on that hole, that's the one you ricocheted like 2 times.
Yeah.
I hit 3 rocks across 2 shots. Yes.
And what you don't see is the right-hand side of that fairway is a straight drop off that you cannot go down. And down there is a par 5 coming back the other way. So if you hit your ball off to the right, it's considered an OB. It's a course rule that that's OB down there versus being like a normal out of hazard. So there's a very narrow landing area for this par 5. And then to your point, and these rock structures are not small. Like when you're up next to them, they're 50, 75, 100 feet tall. They're huge.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, I'm just behind a rock, I'll just take a wedge and go over it. You can't. If you're too close to it, you're screwed. You just have to kick it out. And,
This is also the hole where you drive by and there's where the fossils.
yes, the fossils are up. Yep.
They're up further here.
Yeah.
It was really good to see a course designer go through here. They could have easily taken those rocks out or just built a hole completely around them.
Yeah.
And it could have easily also gotten gimmicky as well, but it felt like it was a tough hole and those rocks belonged there.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah. And so that's us on 10. So another long, it's not actually long, I should say. It's a big dog leg right. Fairway is off actually over your left the hat. You can see the lines of the fairway being mowed. Long hitters can actually try to go for the green over the water. It's about a 260-yard carry over the.
It just reminded me of something. How wacky the weather was this day.
Holy cow!
We started, and then it started out as like a nice. It was warm, very calm. And then what was on hole 2 or 3? All of a sudden, it was like I thought there was thunderstorms rolling. And I wear that stupid bucket hat, which was like now flapping in the wind. I had to wrap it around my neck. I was getting pissed that I'm throwing it off my head. And then it stopped, and
Got hotter,
yes.
and then it started raining.
Then it started to rain. I thought it was going to hail. The rain was ice cold.
Yeah, I thought it was going to dump on us for sure. Like it looked very ominous.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was nuts. And the wind that we had hitting into 18, that was insane. I was playing into that wind. It was like I had 67 yards. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna do an easy 3/4 sandwich, just hit it up there. But then with the wind, I was like, actually, that's a 2-club wind. So I went back and got an extra club for 67 yards, and luckily hit it really well and put it where it needed to go. But like, yeah,
It felt like we were playing an ocean course.
yeah, it did. It did.
You played a lot of really good golf this week, but I think that 18, the combination of those 3 shots,
That was fun.
that the way you played that hole was just so good.
That was fun.
We got tired of you hitting the ball in the fairway.
Yeah.
They were making. So I hit the ball pretty well this week. I just to say it, and like I think I missed 4 fairways.
Well, we were talking, we'd make a good scramble team because you would get up first and just hit a nice, easy one right down the middle. Mike would then get up and just swing away and blast one in the middle of the fairway.
No, you're the king of the second shot. Though.
You are the king of the second shot. So
Yes.
No question about
Yeah, because my first one goes 30 yards.
that.
I'm the approach guy. You're the approach guy. We got 250 yards left to go on the par 5. My 3-wood takes care of us.
Yep.
Then you got a long drive as well, so you guys can put them like way out there. And then, I can.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We had a winning scramble team.
So this was fun. I had so much fun. Now, what were scores? What were Foster Trey scores? You remember?
I shot a 95.
85.
87.
87.
I think I was again 98.
Pretty good. I shot 78.
97, 98.
I had a good round. I actually tried to even par on the back.
Nice.
I had 1 bogey, 1 birdie on the back, and tried to even par on the back. So yeah.
You off the tee box. You were unbelievable.
Thank you. I was pretty Sanky Shanky.
What about the greens?
Oh, these things were wicked. These things were wicked. They were really, really hard to actually putt because they were so fast. It was hard to hold any kind of line, and everything was breaking crazy breaks. Like even short putts were breaking hard left or right. And so I am not kidding you. And the way I putt, and it's a probably a byproduct of sim golf is I have to pace off my putts to get the yardage or the foot. So I know it's 30-foot, 40-foot putt. And then I then adjust up or down based on am I getting uphill or downhill or that kind of stuff. I was taking 17 feet off the putt.
For sure.
So if it was a 30-foot putt, I was taking 17 foot off and putting it like it was like an 8-foot putt. And it would go all 30, you know.
It was every bit of 12 or 13 stone. It was.
It was
With
wicked.
slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all those out there that say that they're, GS Pro greens are too fast. That real greens don't exist like that. Come on out and play some fossil trace.
So we had the same thing with like, there's no way that the ball is going to roll up close to the pin and then roll all the way back in front of the green. We had several of those shots where a chip that chipped up right next to the hole just kept on running around all the way down. You had a couple that rolled
Off the green.
at Bear Dance. You had a couple at Bear Dance. One at Bear Dance, you were it was a downhill putt. I think it was 30 feet. You had
Yeah.
maybe less.
It was like 15, 20 feet.
Okay, you had a nice, easy putt. I was like, oh, it's gonna be good. And it not only ran past the hole, it ran off the front of the green and 10 yards down the barrel.
Yeah, I was looking for the space bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to loading this one up in the sim and playing it on 13 with Gusty Wins. Honestly,
I was close to a putter throw.
yeah.
You were. Yeah. There was no broken clubs this trip.
Especially
So.
with like a good drive,
Although
a good shot to the green, on and two, and then 4 putt.
I hear that I hear something about a new putter.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Because of that hole.
That may show up later today.
All right.
And then this morning, bright and early, 7:20 in the morning,
yes,
Arrowhead.
after I'm a regular at IHOP now
You are.
because I was up at 4 o'clock every morning. So I went to IHOP and hung out with Dolly.
You know what my biggest takeaway after playing Arrowhead was? How much my version of GS Pro sucks.
I thought the same thing.
No, that's fine.
It was my second course. I know so much more now than what I did back then. And I would do it, and I need to. It's a B3. I haven't remade it yet, and so I'm gonna remake Arrowhead and give it the justice that it deserves. Because
It's not all going to be easy though.
I know
But I would say hole 1, tee box.
real hole one, not
Real hole 1.
Yeah.
The GS Pro version looks better than real life. Because like in real life, you couldn't see the rock.
You can't correct. Yeah.
But in GS Pro, you can.
Yeah.
And then looking down below, you see water.
Yeah.
On GS Pro.
And the real one, you
Real
can't
life,
see the water.
You can't.
Yeah.
So.
Get something in your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the classic example. So this is the stuff you have to do, which is not easy.
It's not easy because I tried using terrain and it doesn't look right with terrain. The saturator doesn't look right. Doesn't have the depth. So then when I built the course, I bought a red rock pack, converted them to work with GS Pro with our version of Unity.
Yeah.
And then I started to like manipulate the rocks and thin them and stretch them but then you stretch all the textures and stuff on it, it doesn't look right. So I'll get it to there eventually, but it's on my radar to redo this course because it's one that should be in GS Pro. Not my favorite course to play, to be fair. After today, I'm like, you know what? Every time I play this course, I played it 4 or 5 times. I'm anxious to go play. Like, oh, I can't wait, Arrowhead. Can't wait to take my buddies out and go play Arrowhead. And then I get in the car and drive away saying, that wasn't great.
This is the kind of course that it's for those folks that really enjoy the scenery and the graphics and the look of a course more than
I think it was a good course too. I just never play it well. Like tee boxes for some reason line me up in wrong directions. I don't think there's a fairway with a flat space. Every fairway, the ball is above or below you. I mean, I missed 2 fairways today. Every single ball was above or below my feet in the fairway. So that's hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that maybe that's why I felt a little like home. I live in the mountains in West Virginia, and there are certainly some differences between Colorado and West Virginia. But having the ball above your feet in the fairway is a very West Virginia thing. So it's nice to get a taste of home out here in Colorado.
I don't know how many pictures I have.
Now go back real quick on there, because for the record, and this goes back to what we were mentioning earlier, So there's bull pride right there on the getting ready to tee off. Right before he shanks it into the tee, the tee on the right. This is the par 3 number 2. He had to go over the people on the tee box. They're still on the tee box. He had to go get his ball.
I did. I hit a great,
Did the walk of shame over.
I hit a great wedge from their tee box.
You did.
So like 15 feet.
Yeah.
Two putt. Oh yeah.
You had no choice. They were like, you almost decapitated my husband. You needed it.
Yeah.
But did they offer you like a scone when you walked by?
Unfortunately, no.
And then you did it again on number 1 tee box. I don't know how, but you towed that drive
I did.
off the number
Into a
1 tee
different
box
group.
into a different group. And I thought he was going to take somebody. I mean, it was 90 degrees
It's
right.
not- it's always good when you see people scatter after a tee shot.
Oh God, that was fun. So we had a ton, and then scores. What were your scores there?
96.
96. 17. Oh, we got to talk one more thing too.
103.
103 with your best
Oh.
shot of the entire.
So this was my, golf gods moment. You had your rough
I had
day.
my chip
I
in.
was having my rough day because I could not get off the freaking tee box.
You topped 11 drives.
Oh yeah.
I counted.
Oh yeah.
I put it. I was like putting a mark on the golf cart every time he did it.
And what was more frustrating than that is like, okay, so I topped my driver. Let me go to my 3 wood off the tee box. I'm not
Top
even topping that. I'm like down to like my 4 hybrid, and I still can't get that off the tee box. So,
But he'd top on a par 4. It'd go 30 yards in the fairway. And then he'd go down there with like a 3 wood and he would hit it 300 yards off the deck with a 3 wood and be in position to,
so getting back to the story was I finally did get one off.
Yeah.
And I hit
Good.
down the middle of the fairway and I'm 150 yards out.
Yeah, par 4.
Par 4.
And the second shot is over a lake.
Yep.
To the green.
And I dunked it.
He dunked it. Eagle.
Yeah, not in water.
No, in the cup. He hits it. It goes, I didn't hit that well. I'm like, well, I think he hit that pretty well. It took one bounce.
I thought it was short. I thought it was short.
It bounced just, from what I could tell, it bounced a few yards short.
Yeah.
Bump onto the green. It starts rolling towards the flag, curling down. And I'm like, I think that looks really good. And he was like, yeah, it's looking better.
And just
All the
the
tips.
We were both off to the side, and I think just holding our breath. And I remember nodding, and I'm like, "Yeah, and gone."
Yeah. The best part was the group on the next team
saw
it, and they were cheering for you. Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so now I'm not quitting golf.
Now you're not quitting. Yeah.
One again.
Well, no, because we've got one more round to play.
A 101 with an eagle.
103.
103 with an eagle and a hole out 150. Yes.
And I did 3 putt a lot today too.
Yeah.
So the putter is no longer hot. Right? Just put that away. Okay.
Okay. That's the.
That's the golf. So I guess the last thing is like summary of all the courses. Best course. What would you like say?
Well, you guys go. I played these all before, so you guys go. I'll give you mine.
Like I said a little bit earlier, it was a little bit of a being up in the mountains, a little bit of feel at home. All of the courses were unique. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice that like there's no such thing as just Colorado courses.
Right.
So some trees, the variance was tree lined and interesting in that way. Playing, of course, in the neighborhood, Red Hawk was super interesting. Fossil Trace, I think, was my favorite.
Okay.
I think it set up well for my game.
Yeah.
I played well.
Yeah.
Playing on fast greens was interesting and a lot of fun. And Arrowhead was the scenery.
Scenery and Arrowhead's
It's
unbeatable.
just
Yeah.
I feel the same. I think Fossil Trace, Bear Dance being a close second.
Mhm.
And then Arrowhead, I liked Arrowhead, but there were a couple things with the course. We didn't talk about the bunkers.
Bunkers were off. Yeah, they know that. They know their bunkers need to get redone.
I do feel like I paid a decent amount of money to play golf in the middle of a state park.
Yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, with those rocks, you can't. Yeah, fair. But yeah,
Say Bear Dance is my favorite, just because I've played it the most and I've scored well there in the past, and just feels more comfortable. Like I feel more comfortable there.
Okay.
Fossil Trace is a very close second. Very cool course, very well done. There's a few holes I don't like that run parallel. I don't really like that, but the back nine was
the back nine of Fossil Trace is
so cool.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah.
Very different from the front. Arrowhead, I'd say third, and then Red Hawk. It's funny because Red Hawk it's a very nice course.
Yeah.
But because you're surrounded by houses, it feels lower level compared to these other courses.
It's my last night I played the best.
Yeah, I mean, I shot the best score there.
Yeah.
It is a little bit easier at Red Hawk, but it's just funny because like in the past, like when I've played Red Hawk, it's like, yeah, this is a nice course, it's great, you know, but then like when you play these ones in the mix, it's like, well,
Yeah.
you know, it's just not as nice because of all the houses.
I agree. I
But
mean,
the views of Castle Rock though
are gorgeous. Yeah.
awesome.
I agree. My order is the same as yours. Bear Dance to me was my favorite of the ones we played so far. But it is I thought the best condition. I think it's the most secluded. You don't see another you barely see another golfer, let alone another hole when you're on every single hole is on its own. You feel like you're in nature playing golf with your buddies. You have the whole hole to yourself, right? It felt like that. And then the way they keep it. And then kind of like for the price, it's a great course,
Yeah.
a great layout for a really good price. So Bear Dance, and I played consecutively better. Every time I played it, I played a little bit better. Still a couple of Nemesis holes out there. But so Bear Dance is my favorite. Fossil Trace is my second. It's actually probably the most fun course of the four for me was Fossil Trace. I love that layout. I just don't like that so much of it. Like there's a correctional facility over here, and there's a high school here, and there's a power station here. Yeah, and so like, I mean, if you could pick Fossil Trace up and drop it in a more secluded area, it would probably move to my number one.
But you could see the Coors Brewery.
But you could see the Coors Brewery through the from the so
That stuff's up.
no, don't make me. I'm home, so I'm not driving anywhere, so I gotta walk upstairs. I put Arrowhead third because normally the bunkers are better than that, and then the views are the best view of anything we've seen. You could literally see 150 miles from up there, and then being amongst these amazing rock formations that you don't see anywhere else in the world. And to play golf around them is bizarre and cool at the same time. And then Red Hawk Ridge for the exact same reason. I love the course at Red Hawk Ridge. It was so much fun, and it was the most elevation changes in all of them. And it was a freaking neighborhood course. There were so many houses around, so it felt like it was just in the neighborhood course. It's a really cool neighborhood course, but you know, you can play neighborhood courses anywhere. So
I think it's interesting that you can separate. I find it difficult to separate how well I played at the course from how much I like the course. And for you to be able to rank the course that you played the best, the worst shows that it's important because folks playing courses in GS Pro can have a bad round and hate the course when if they played it on some other day when they're playing better, would have a completely different opinion.
But that's it's good. Like my home course in real life, I've gone out there and shot 92 and shot 76 the same course, and you just have to go with the day. You got to go with you go with the swing that you brought. And you don't try to fix your swing when you're in the middle of your round. You just swing with what you got and you work with it. And if you didn't bring it, you didn't bring it. It is what it is. So bring it next time. Yep. All right.
Longest golf
story ever.
But it was worth it. Where we're playing tomorrow?
Green Valley Ranch, up on the way to the airport. Completely, I think it's a Pete Dye course. Completely. I believe it's a Pete Dye course, completely different course than anything.
Nothing like Colorado.
Nothing. You wouldn't even feel like you're in Colorado. No elevation changes. Very flat course. Lots of kind of like weedy, wet, marshy areas if you're way out of the way.
Like wetlands.
It's like wetland. It almost feels like you're almost in like a wetland. The trees are different. Everything's. You'll literally be like, this is nothing like we played. The last day.
Oh, by the way, I brought 3 dozen balls with me and had to go to Target and get one.
That's all you bought.
Oh, real quick, how many balls did you lose so far? You can count. And don't
not a strict count. No, probably a little.
And don't include ones you found.
Yeah, probably a little over box.
Okay. I think I've lost 3.
That's
I
good.
didn't lose any today.
Yeah,
I think Jason has lost anybody.
I've lost 4, I think. 1, 2, I think I lost 4.
Yeah, I lost one today without even having a club.
I lost, you did, you threw one.
Yeah.
I lost 2 today at Arrowhead. 1 on Bear Dance, yeah, 1 on Bear Dance, and none on Red Rock Ridge. Like 3 or 4. Not bad.
Kind of hard to lose a ball in the fairway.
When you miss 4 fairways in 4 rounds, it's not, you don't lose a lot of balls. Thank you, Shanky. Your stuff's working, Shanky. It's working nicely.
All right, so you can get into new courses.
New
I'm going
courses.
to hide us here because of
So we had a little bit of a snafu. As you can tell, we are all of a sudden virtual again. The reason being is that we're blaming it on Steve.
Yep.
So we didn't lose the whole show, thankfully. Steve caught the mistake. We only lost like the new courses intro and the first MPAL. So we're recording that from home. I'm back in Pennsylvania. Mashy's still in Denver, of course, because that's where he lives. We're going to go through new courses. We're going to go through the first MPAL, and then we'll switch it back over to your normally scheduled program.
New courses.
Yes, so new courses. Let's switch our Rooney here. And since we're back in the normal studio, guess what we can do?
We can do sound effects.
Yeah, we can go with a little bit of music here.
Get some music. I love it.
Okay. So here we go. Talking stick, GC, and we were talking, what is Pipash?
Pippiash.
Pipiash? Pipash?
Pipashi.
Yeah, I know.
Nope.
Someplace out in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yep.
But I was saying that talking stick is exactly what I was doing. I was yelling at my clubs the whole trip in Denver because I couldn't get off the tee box.
You did yell at your clubs a couple of times. Then you hugged your club when you doinked it.
Yeah, and then I started strangling my clubs. Yeah, so that's in Scottsdale, Arizona. Then we have Pleasant Run Golf Course, Indianapolis, Indiana Indianapolis, Indiana, Indy Scott. There you go.
Aye, Captain.
Hunting Creek Country Club out in Are you all right? Are you dying there?
Yeah, I'm good. Just a little cough.
Out in Prospect, Kentucky, by Jay Pruitt. We got Twisted Gun Golf Club, another one by Jay Pruitt out in West Virginia.
Which is a closed course now.
Yes, and we did discuss that with Mike and Matt when we were there. He had, I think he kind of, I can't remember if he had some more details.
Mike is the resident, Bull Pride is the resident all things West Virginia guy, and so yeah, he was filling us in.
Yep. And then we got Walnut Creek Country Club Oak Course, Mansfield, Texas, by Left Sticks.
Yep.
I got Copper Creek, Pleasant Hill, Iowa, by Life is Good. Le Golf National, by a guy in court.
It's a guy in court. That's as far as I'm going with it. By Mr. Peru.
Yeah, a prisoner, guy in court.
Guy in court.
And then we got Real Golf Futurama. No, it's not Futurama. It's not Futurama.
It's Real there's 2 R's. So you have to roll your tongue. So it's Real Club Valderrama.
And San Roque, Cadiz, Spain. I don't think it's Rogue. I can't.
Your audio cut out.
So we are recording again. Boy, it's just the show is cursed.
We're having tech issues today.
My God. Yeah, my microphone just went out and came back all of a sudden. Decided to take a little hiatus for 5 minutes.
Magic, a little Doug Henning. It was a little magic. I'm dating myself now.
Totally. What else is next? Your next thing is going to be video. Okay.
The young kids who watch the show have no clue who Doug Henning is. Golf Boy is like, I have no clue what he's talking about.
Yeah. And I don't know where it got out. Something Real Golf Club Valderrama. It's in Spain. Here we go.
It's in Spain. There we go.
It's in Spain.
All right. Nope. Go back.
What? Go back?
There you go. Right
Jeez,
there.
Now skip the slide. Jeez.
Yep. Now we're there. Steve, man.
Get with it. We got DPC Pinehurt too. Boy, that sounds familiar. I don't know.
Does sound familiar, but
Yeah.
there's no location here, so I think it's just a fantasy course.
Yes. Well, that's
Loosely based on.
that's no location because this is actually a Patreon course.
Yes, it is. Like, and by the way, this was nice. Like, Run was like, "Hey, will you guys take a peek and tell us what you think?" So we were like, "Sure." And so it's Patreon only. This is the perfect week if you want to play the Pinehurt 2 course. It may kind of resemble or make you think like you're playing a familiar course this week.
Yeah.
Now's the time to go sign up for Run's Patreon.
Or you can look at all the complaints about how fast the greens are. I think that's the original one that they're playing SGT, but I'm assuming Run did as good as a job. And everyone's balls are running off in their greens, and they're saying this course is too hard.
Probably, yeah, but it is a Donald Ross design, as we talked
Yes,
about
come
at
on.
length earlier. Like that, yeah, he makes those
That's-
greens super fast and
that's-
crowned, and they,
Yeah,
so
that's what they do. Yep. We got GC Wells in Wells, Upper Austria. Assuming it's golf
Austria. We
club
got a
Wells.
lot of Austrian courses: Austrian, Sweden,
Yeah. Yes.
Denmark.
DPC Southbreeze in Memphis, Tennessee. So if you want to know what course that is, see what courses are in Memphis, Tennessee that sound like DPC Southbreeze.
Yep.
That's a little hint for you.
Yep.
Tannenhof. I guess
Tannenhof. I'm guessing Tannenhof.
it's in Germany. It'd be Tannenhof, right? Like David Hasselhoff.
Like Hasselhoff. Yeah,
Yes.
like David Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff. Tannenhof. It's actually the Hasselhoff course.
I'm thinking it's Tannenhof because it's in
I think
Ohio.
it's Tannenhof.
Yeah.
We're in America, so it's Tannenhof.
America. Then we have Meadow Mountains, which is double comma fictional.
And by the way, we had mentioned this during the show last time before the audio went out on us. Double comma fictional and double crazy on this course. So simply me, dude. I encourage everybody to go play this course. It is not for the faint of heart, and you will throw a club. It is really hard.
Wish Steve had a sound effect for a bong hit because I might have been smoking something when he made this course. There's some crazy.
I mean, there's a couple of fairways where, like on the edge of the fairway, it's the side of a cliff and it drops straight off, and it's it's crazy.
I literally like the island green that's in a pond that is on the side of a hill.
Yeah, and the river, the ram spline that's just coming down the mountain, going to nowhere. It was, I mean, simply me. Don't think we didn't fly over there and look at that river coming down the mountain.
Magic.
It's magic.
Magic.
I like to know. I want to know how the viscosity of the water holds the angle like this.
Yeah, and then we have Eagle Vines Golf Club. Now, this makes sense that it's in Napa, California, because instead of like trees everywhere, it's just grapevines and vineyards. It's pretty cool. Yeah,
pretty cool.
We've got Humber River Golf Club, and
I keep calling it Humble River.
Yes, I keep on thinking it's Humble River, and I can't read the where it's at because it's too small.
Oh, I can now. I couldn't earlier because we were on a monitor and we're sitting on the couch, as you guys saw. Now I actually can. So Deer Lake, Newfoundland, and Labrador, Canada.
So that's the name of the town, like Newfoundland. Yes, it must be across both of them or something.
Must cross the county line or the whatever the
Providence
line.
Yeah.
Providence line. Yep.
Then we have Manor Golf Club. Now this is the one in Pa.
In Pa.
Yes.
As opposed to the Manor Golf Club and Ka.
Yes. Ka and Co.
Right? In Co or Tex.
Yes.
Tex.
So I think we were making fun of that. PA is the only state that people say PA. Everyone else,
Yeah, you were saying like people in Pennsylvania say PA, like it's Pennsylvania, PA.
Well, one of you guys, we were someplace and they said, "Oh, is that what it's like in PA?" So other people say it that way. I was Mike. He's in West Virginia, so it's just south. So maybe he's.
Is that because Pennsylvania is too long to say?
Yeah, but California is too long to say, so you don't say Ka.
Well, you don't say Ka. You don't say, You don't say Florida and say Flo.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. We're weird. I'll admit that Pennsylvania, every state's got their nuances, and it's definitely one for us. But that's by T Love in Sinking Spring, Pennsylvania. And then the last two, also by T Love, we got Raccoon Hill Golf Course in Kent, Ohio. And then we also have the Bridges,
Pa,
and Abbottstown, Pennsylvania.
They're right next to the Meadows, Pa.
Yes, right there. Which brings us to the impound.
Yay!
Holy
Fireworks.
Jesus! Oh my God! God, that. Whoa, that was loud.
Those
Holy
were less fireworky and more like shotgun blasts into
Yeah, someone coming through your house and just letting rip. Okay, so we're only going to do the first MPAL because the other ones were covered when we were out in Denver. So,
Yep.
First MPAL this week, congratulations goes to Jay Pruitt, Twisted Gun. And we didn't pick this one just because it was West Virginia and Mike was with us when we were out there,
The connection actually didn't even occur to me until we were sitting on the
Yes.
couch and realized that, oh, it's West Virginia and there's a West Virginia guy sitting next to me.
Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of PA courses too, and I was there. So
Exactly. I didn't even put the two together.
So Twisted Gun. So this was, and this is near and dear to my heart because I got involved with course building because I wanted to build a couple closed courses. This was a closed course. So link style course out in the breathtaking mountains of West Virginia, built on top of a coal mine. So let's get at it. So 69, not extremely long course, certainly nothing like the ones we played out in Colorado. My God, I was telling my golf buddies about some of the courses, and I was like, yeah, they're really long, but there's a lot of like long downhill fairways that you can let it rip.
There were a lot, like on two of the courses on Arrowhead and Fossil Trace, like I told you guys, most of all the tee shots are downhill.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had a couple of like 500-yard par, 480, 490-yard par fours.
Yeah.
So this one's not too long at 69, but you're also at sea level.
Yep. So first tee box. So this was so cool vegetation here, right?
Yeah.
So we had some custom tee signs, we had custom flags. We didn't go back here. So mountains are really cool, and we're just going to talk about one thing with the clouds here later on. But overall, I've never really played in West Virginia, but I do get the feeling that this was like a kind of like a dry summer day with all the vegetation.
Yeah, agreed. I love the colors. It was green, but not overly green, and it was dry enough that it blended into the rough area on the left-hand side there. The mountains felt to me, and I've not been in the West Virginia. I think that's Blue Ridge Mountains in the West Virginia area, but I've been in some of the mountains in that part of the country a little bit, and they're not like they weren't nature manufacturer Rocky mountains stuck there. Like they felt smaller but still mountainy. And it just felt really good. I thought the overall look and feel of the course was fantastic.
Yeah. Now I just looked at that logo. Is that really a Twisted Gun, or is that the flag that got folded? You see that?
I do at the barrel.
Yeah, at the barrel. It's like not aligned correctly. So maybe
I don't know. I think maybe it's the flag, but the flag looks pretty.
Yes, it looks like actually is a Twisted Gun, which would make sense.
It looks like it is a Twisted Gun. I don't know. This one I grabbed the screenshot for the rocks back there. All over this course, either between holes or also behind holes, were these rock formations. And so they were really well done, and the textures on them look great. And so if you go forward one more, I grabbed a close up of the texture on that rock, and it looks, and there's the hand planting of the different grasses on it as well. It was very, very well done. I do think there was a little bit of shininess on the right hand side in one part of the texture. It could have been the way the light was hitting the rock as well.
Yeah.
But no, overall it was great. And matter of fact, I think this is behind hole number 1, if I remember correctly. I took 7 shots to hit my ball up onto the rock to make sure the colliders were there. And they were there, and you hit the rock and it bounces back into so I thought the rocks were great. Really loved it.
And then we saw like some interesting things with the clouds.
Yeah.
So when you looked out in the mountains, it almost looked like there was a layer of haze in front of the mountains.
But high up.
It was really cool. I liked it. It gave it a unique look. And Jay Pruitt, I don't know how you did it. I'm kind of curious how you ended. It looked like the best way in Pennsylvania in the wintertime, especially in the more rural areas, people have wood stoves out here. And what happens in the winter, you get like almost this layer of fog that's like 100 feet up in the air, and it's a very thin layer. That's what it looked like. So it was really cool.
It was really cool. And as we were flying around, free flying, trying to figure out what it was, I think they were like particle clouds that were there.
But they disappeared when you got close.
But they disappeared when you got close. So I'm not really sure exactly what they were. I don't know if they were intentional or a mistake, but either way, well done.
Yeah, it was cool. Good reflections in the water here.
Great reflections, great watercolor. Yep.
On many of the holes. Oh, there you can see it right out here in the upper right.
Yep.
There's a good screenshot of what we were seeing, which gave it kind of like that low hazy cloud look.
Yep. And then coming up on the final hole, water on the left, reflections look great, mountains look great, clubhouse, car, and it was really, really well done.
Yep, reflection there.
The other thing
good
too
as well.
that we didn't take, if you go back one quick slide or two slide, one more. Nope, that's it. Sorry, never mind. He also had. We talked about it on an earlier show. On the next slide, sorry, going forward, he did a really nice job lining up the red stakes as well.
Oh yes,
we talked about that with a different course as well coming up, but he did a nice job lining up the red stakes and the red lines.
Yeah, so good job on the course.
Yep,
that's it.
Well done.
So, so at this point, we are going to return you to the regular scheduled program and let us finish the show out in Denver. Okay. All right, Steve. Bye.
Yay! Woo! Le Golf National. Do you want to take this one too?
No,
You're back.
leave it to the.
So this one, this was cool. It's funny because like Master and I talked about this and before, which is we didn't think anything wrong with the course at all. We thought the course was great, but it was different. It felt a little different. And I think it may have been you who made the comment while we were golfing, because yes, it was when we're golfing real life, we talk sim golf, so we do. And said, hey, maybe the French course has a little different feel being in France than it does being in that you're used to looking at. And I think there may be something to that. So I went back and took it, and I didn't take it. I want this to sound the wrong way. I didn't go back and take a second look. I went back and looked again with fresh eyes to say, look, and this course is fantastic. I love this course. So it's long. It's 7,200 yards. It is where they held the 2008 U.S. Ryder Cup, so you can expect a tough course. There is water. I think I counted up. There's water on 11 or 12 of the holes. So it is not an easy course. You've got to be able to put the ball in the right place. I will say there are some first course for guys. It's very rare for a new designer first course to get an MPOW.
Yes, and he started this a long time ago.
Agreed. And there are some small things around bulkheads for me that I would love to have seen refined a little bit. But I think those skills come later. The more course you do, the more blender work you do, the bulkheads could be a little bit better. But I'm nitpicking, nothing, just very small things. But I think the course is great. So here's the first screenshot. Really great layout. Really, I mean, open grasses everywhere. Very few trees on this course. I did custom tee markers from Blender, custom flags that all match.
Had the Ryder Cup.
Got the Ryder Cup logo on there from 2000. I went back and looked. That's the actual 2008 Ryder Cup logo. So,
Takedown notice coming soon.
Takedown notice coming soon. I hope not. And then custom tee signs, and I did check most of the tees. The tee signs on the whole imagery on the tee sign matches the hole itself, so it's perfect.
Did you get help with those?
I don't know, but they look great.
Yeah.
The blender work was really good. And then again, it felt again, maybe it was the water. The water wasn't that deep blue water that where you see a lot of, and it wasn't that black oily water we see sometimes.
Yeah.
It's more this muted color water.
It's like it's got a slight green
tint to it, maybe a little bit. Yeah, so maybe there's some tweaking of the water that can be done if need be. But I thought the reflection probes were spot on. Like they look great. And the next screenshot, and by the way, if you look at the mini map here, you can see like there's no place for error. The green is right up against that water, and then your bailout are centups.
Yeah.
So it gets a tough
You
course.
see why they played the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, exactly. And then I went and looked because that grass looked so thick. And I guess with not a lot of trees, you can put more grasses in there. You're not going to perform, which is great. So I went up close to go look, and I really loved and appreciate. he had a great use of yellows and greens and tans and even some browns all in the same
Looks
hue.
thick. Man.
And it is thick. It is actually top down, and there's not a whole lot of but the performance was great.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues with performance either. Another good look, some nice bulkheads on here as well. I did notice that there were a couple areas where he didn't flatten out, and the bulkheads got a little goofy.
That's what I was talking about. A little
And
bit.
they're for just put it this way, for a first time builder, just putting bulkheads in is
Correct.
and you can see from this angle that they're nice and even on
Correct.
the top. That's not easy to do either. So I can imagine that he spent well over 100, approaching 200 hours.
I thought the same thing, and I think it was important for us to look at this from both the lens of an experienced builder and a new builder.
Yeah.
And say how much effort and work did he put into it? He put a ton of work, and the results really, really good.
Yeah, he did justice to it.
And then this is coming up 18. I don't know. I meant to go research it before the show. I don't know what the 3 T's on the right.
I've seen that. I think that's actually a structure there.
I think it might be. Yeah, that's what I wanted to check.
For some reason, I remember running the Ryder Cup as seeing that.
Okay.
Like show, maybe it was added for the Ryder Cup.
And they've left it, or he left it in. But again, you can see. Look at that approach shot. It's like,
That's tough.
yeah. How many balls would you lose, Matt?
Maybe 2.
I hit it in the deep rough and then find it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would just take mine and throw it in the water.
So on the description of that course, at the very end, it said it's hosting the 2024 Olympics.
Yeah, Olympics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That will be Olympic. We will see that one in July.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. You want to take this one? We can do it.
I'll start. So this is DPC Southbreeze. So TPC course. I guess we can. I don't
No,
know.
it's a DPC. No, it's a DPC course.
It's
Not,
DPC. All right. I can't read that description, so I'm not even gonna attempt on it. But again, another fairly long course. It's 7,200 yards. 67. I'd be playing probably the white tees, more along my style there, but I do like the stimp level here at 12 or 13. So the first thing I noticed when I load up this course, there's some really unique team art. Are they milk?
I don't know. I'm actually, again, another one.
behind that.
And I do apologize. Normally we do more research on each course under empires, but with us playing all this golf this week, we haven't had as much time to go do that. I wanted to go look. I don't know why, but yes, I got a close up of them, and I don't know if they're milk trucks or delivery trucks or bread trucks or.
They're fairly realistic looking too.
I know.
But I'd weirdly found those someplace and just shrunk them down because the shading on them's really good.
Weird white vans with no windows that.
Creeper man.
Exactly. I think Carney, yeah, whatever. From horror movie character lives in the van driving around looking for unsuspecting children.
Yeah, and he embraced 100% DPC Southbreeze. He's
Yeah.
putting it on the flags out there.
Yep. Oh, hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We got cheers every time we see a logo. Cheers.
Drink.
Ice. Speaking of, we're cheersing. Ice.
Mm.
Time to reload. Ice.
So car pass. I would like to know what these look like in real life because those are the biggest freaking curves.
Holy cow. I have never seen curves that big in my life.
Curves on steroids.
Those are monster curves.
Now, did anyone test the? Did you test?
I did test. No, they're there.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, no, there's gliders on those curves, but I like the way he I don't know, call it wedged them or beveled them or whatever he did.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? No. I want the West. I'm going to West Virginia, buddy.
Outstanding.
I'm going all in with you.
Yeah. So we doubled all those down. That takes some time.
That takes some time and effort and work. Yeah, that's a lot of work, and it looks good.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, hey, I cut off the edge and left it open at the end, like I've done in the past. So.
The other end of that one.
But those are the widest curves I've ever seen on any.
Yes. Oh,
Like.
Yeah.
Like by a factor of 10.
I don't think there's a way like you can add curves within Blender, but widening them, I don't think it's a parameter that you can do in Blender.
I don't know. I don't know of any Blender tools to widen curves.
You must have extruded them manually or something.
I mean,
Yeah.
I thought this was cool looking. Like this was like the combination of the reflection flow, off the water, with the trees. They're lined up perfectly.
Good job painting the lines.
Yep, the line,
The
the
stakes lined up with
the
them.
stakes lined up with the
That's something that
lines.
most people don't know is actually not easy to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
We see a lot of times you do the stakes and they will not line up with the red paint on there. And that was all work. And then you can see, I got a close up of it. There's a TV tire in the back. So I grabbed a close up of the TV tire.
No snipers up there though.
No snipers up there.
From Techfoot's, Georgia Golf.
Georgia Golf Club. Yep.
There's lots of people talking on Facebook and Discord about their desire to have these courses set up more as the tournament. So
Yeah.
to have them set up as with the grandstands and crowds, if we can ever figure out the performance issues with the crowds and the cameras. And I it's not something that I'm totally interested in, but I think it's good to sprinkle them in every once in a while, or maybe have different versions of the same course where this is the tournament setup. And this is this is
Yeah,
the like
it
regular
makes-
Saturday
Yeah,
It
round
makes it
setup.
more recognizable, right?
Yeah.
When you see it on TV,
Yeah.
you're used to the grandstands and some courses, like they look.
Totally different, Grant.
out there.
Well, I was at, this is my second golf trip in 2 weeks with you guys. Okay, so I was out in I was in North Carolina last week with my other buddies. She's in the dog. I'm way in the doghouse. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. So I was in North Carolina last week. Thank you, Subi, for some recommendations. Appreciate you. And we played Mid-South, Southern Pines, Pine Needles, and Tobacco Road. But we spent the day at Pinehurst and played the Cradle twice around. Ryan and I had a lot of conversations, and we got to do some putting on This Will Do, which is a lot of fun as well. But they have, because the U.S. Open's there next week, they have whole Pinehurst number 1, 3, and 4 closed. And they've got grandstands sitting on one. They've got the entrance fee coming on 2. You know what I mean? All for number 2. So you're right. I mean, my goodness, when you put grandstands, the course completely changes from what it is in real life. You know?
And let's face it, some of the DPC courses, they're not great courses. They're just designed to have crowds.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I again, not a feature request, but I do think that it would be awesome. And I know, like, I don't know if ATP or T3 actually watches our show or not, but I know they look at our feature request a week occasionally.
That gets fed to them.
They get spent then too, yeah. But like, I would love, and I don't know how it would ever happen, but I would love, to your point, seal golf. I'd love to figure out how I could choose environmental conditions.
Yeah.
And choose tournament conditions and say, I want to play this course. I want to add grandstands. I want to add winter. I want to add whatever. And then it spits me out that.
So there's a feature request. We always
Think of them during the show.
I think a feature request would be the ability to toggle on and off grandstands.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Yeah.
And you should, that would
Yeah.
be very feasible because all you have to do is take an object and somebody tag it.
Yeah. I think like Austin Country Club that I built it for the World Golf Open that used to be there. And so it has all the grandstands where they do. And I would love to just turn them off and just play it without building a whole new course. Yeah. So, sorry, going back to this course, I actually took a screenshot of this for you,
For me,
so we can talk about this for a second, because this is not what a lot of people do, myself included. He didn't vert paint this.
no, he did.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
That area around that tree right there is 100%. So he did that round is a mesh.
Correct.
He vert painted inside that.
Correct.
mesh.
But he also built every single tree has its own pine straw mesh.
Yes.
So we're saying yes to both of us, right?
Yes.
It was a trick question.
Yes.
We're both saying yes.
But like the reason of you only see the roots
Yes.
of the tree because they vert.
Agreed. But like, he literally built a mesh on every single tree on the course. So every tree has its own round mesh. Then he went back and vert painted the roots on top of the mesh.
Jeez. Yeah.
Holy crap. You know how many little round circles you have
Oh,
to
yeah.
line an Inkscape to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's.
So the answer is yes to both of us.
It looks good. I love the roots.
I love the roots. I love vert paint roots around
I
trees.
feel like
that.
if my ball landed there, I'd break the club.
Or your wrist. So again, and it's coming up in 18 grandstands.
Wasn't someone building, was it Art Dye or someone that was building like a modular grandstand that you could drop in
Yes.
and make it? Did that ever
I don't know if it ever came to fruition. I think the idea was to build a modular grandstand that you could then
stretch?
stretch it. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if that was it, if they got these from somebody else. Okay, so congratulations on that one. So then we get the Patreon course.
So
What?
you go.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if we've ever done this before.
I just said the same thing. I don't know if we've ever done this before. This is kind of exclusive.
Yeah.
This is no.
What, Murrayfield Village, was that? No, he released packing.
No, he released Smurfield Village. That was not a Patreon only. So this was
That was a
Run.
fundraiser.
Run sent
Yeah.
us a link. Yeah, it was a fundraiser. You're right. Run sent us a link and said, "Hey,
I'm releasing this.
I'm releasing this.
Check it out.
Check it out.
And
Will you
said-
guys? We'll take a look at it and see whether or not it's MPOW worthy.
Yeah, so give you an MPAL, and then what's gonna happen is,
No one can play except for on a Patreon.
no, I was gonna say, he might release this eventually to SGT, right? It could be 6 months, a year from now, and we're gonna go, we do.
You know what you should do, Ron? You know what you should do? You should release it for the week that it's locked. That there's a similar tournament that may resemble this, and then have Cook take it down after the tournament's over.
Yeah, I don't know if he would do that.
I know.
I don't know, but Run put a lot of work into
He
this.
did. It's a great call. He
And
did something
he
great job.
deserves to have some people come his way, subscribe, go on his Patreon, and
I agree.
it's not much, just pay.
It's just pay him and go play it. Like now, the thing that I noticed most about this fantasy course is it's right up your alley. It's 7,500, almost 7,600 yards.
Right up my.
That's your tee right there.
My issue isn't distance, it's, it's the first, Is there any,
It's not.
what's that 50 yards right now? Am I in trouble that first 50 yards?
I
As long as there's like, I can hit it out of there, I'm good.
I'll be honest. I've never seen anybody top 11 tee shots in a row.
Especially when you're getting down to 4 hybrid.
I tell you, you were like, he comes back to the car and goes, I'm just going to jump on a 7-iron.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Going back to my irons now. I don't even have a rescue club at this point to help.
All right, let's just go. You go. It's great stuff. It's,
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
it's Summer Ryan's best work.
And by the way, the reason I'm leaving our video up and I'm blocking part of this is because Steve screwed up the audio.
Wait,
And I'll explain something.
if we turn the video off, we can't hear us.
Yeah,
Way to go, Steve.
yeah, it's tough.
Why don't we keep you around? Fudge.
So, a lot of, so first of all, interesting is like, where are the tee boxes here?
At the middle of the fairway?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I mean, I probably the courses really like this. I don't know. They don't let me near Pinehurst.
It's not, this is Pinehurt.
Oh, yes.
And it's a
Yes.
fictional course.
It's a
It's
fiction.
a fictional course. You're exactly right.
Thank you.
Yes. But what is this? Is that Ron Cartoon as a kid?
He had hair.
Should I know what this is?
You should know what this
Is
is.
this me not being like a long time
This
ago?
is a play off of somebody else's. So, and I think it's okay to say this because this is completely not even close. But at Pinehurst, their logo is Putter Boy.
Putter Boy?
Putter Boy. It's all over the place.
It sounded to me like somebody should be on a list.
It's a little creepy. But like in the middle.
Is this kid right next to the altar boy?
So do you know what? So I don't mean this to sound. I'm honestly asking the question. You guys, I don't know if you guys have been, but at Pinehurst, do you know what the name of their giant putting green is?
Big Green.
No, it's called This'll Do.
This'll do.
This will do. And This'll Do. It's huge. It is a huge putting green that you play 18 holes, and they have a drink stand at the tee. So you put your drink in, and then you can putt, and so you have 18 holes on the course. In the center of This'll Do is a statue of Putter Boy, and it's a little young kid with a putter putting. That's their logo. This is Flag Boy.
You're supposed to know this?
So
It's right. You're a good golfer.
when you go to Pinehurt, you got to deal with Flag Boy. You know,
Fictional.
Oh, so that's Flag
it's
Boy.
Flag Boy.
All right, nice.
That's my
well
guess.
done.
My guess.
Well done, Roger.
Well done, but
There he is again.
I hope that it's not run, putt, run as a little kid, but if it is,
He wasn't as angry back then.
he had a lot more hair.
Didn't we all? Didn't we all?
For sure.
That is one glowing flag stick right there.
That's what I was gonna ask you is how did they
So-
make them light up in neon?
Well, I actually fired this up at home before coming to see Mashie and played it. And he had the boom dialed way up. And I
Really?
yeah, so
Yeah, I caused it.
I dialed it down and got rid of that glowing.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's what it came from.
Okay.
But just because you just gotta adjust your fans.
And by the way, and Ron, just so you know, I did not screenshot depth this course. I got a few teaser screenshots because I want people to go to your Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not going to see it. It's a fantastic freaking course.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
Now, I mean, so there's the grasses here were really well done. The bunkers are really well. Ron, I want to know if you did these bunkers or did you get CE still golf? And that should be a compliment to
Yeah.
you for me to ask that because they look
They're
really
so
good.
good.
I know that you did a lot of work. What was the course that you did with CE that had a
Very,
yeah.
Very goals.
Yeah. So I think run, putt, run learned a lot about Blunkers.
Blunkerton. The longer we go, the more we drink. We're halfway through the West Virginia bottle. We're almost wiped out the Lost bottle.
Yes. Nice. We haven't eaten dinner yet.
We haven't.
There are the grasses.
There are
the wave
grasses.
bunkers look really sharp. Nice job on those.
And by the way, go back real quick. As someone who just spent a week in North Carolina playing very similar courses to what Pinehurst has. This is Pinehurt, I know. But for Pinehurst, man, you learn how to play out of these race areas. It is really bizarre to me that there are no rakes. There are no rakes in any of the bunkers. All bunkers are considered waste areas. And you can ground your club. You can all you want. And you just have to hit them. And so
Give me a ladder of ice there.
but you do it. This is such great looking. It looks just like what I saw in North Carolina last week.
And looking ahead, we're going to Kiowa.
Yeah, we are going to Kiowa in September. Yeah. And then
That's
they've got a
craziness there.
pretty beautiful clubhouse coming up the 18th. That
Now, as someone who does a lot of blender work, those arches give me nightmares.
I don't
They
know.
can be repeated, but man, that's tough from a try.
I don't know how to do arches like that in Blender very well.
There's a million different ways you can do them, but it's all about performance and repeating them like that, the columns and stuff. That's really good.
And then I think there's a couple more screenshots just around the
Yes.
Blender work. Like, look at that.
This has to be a Justin clubhouse, I guess.
Oh, Justin.
I think Justin did this.
Oh.
Knowing how sharp that is and the textures are done really well.
His Blender work is so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should put a bet down and see. Is it Justin? Is it R. Dyer? He's been doing a lot of work with Rumble Run because of Central Park.
I don't think that's our
JG
tire.
Front does.
yeah, JG.
Yeah, JG. Yeah.
AG does a lot of stuff in SketchUp.
Yeah. He does a lot of SketchUp work.
I don't think
That does not
telling you
look
this.
like a SketchUp.
I'd put $50 if that's a Justin clubhouse.
Okay. Justin, hang us on Discord if it's your clubhouse. We're curious. I have no clue who that is.
That putt boy.
No, he looks a little old for Putt Boy. Looks like Putt Man. Or Flag Man. Or
Well, that could be Massa with no 3 putts.
Yes.
I'm not sure why he's on one leg and like one fist in the air. I don't know, but
There's got to be something.
there's got to be something. I'd love to know what. I don't know what it is, but Superman. Yeah.
Someone had to find that too and build it. Justin could do that.
He looks like a good badminton player.
Yes.
Or
Oh no.
We don't talk about it.
No,
We don't talk pickleball.
We don't
So,
talk
no, we
pickleball.
don't say that word. It is that
Yeah.
he shall not be named as pickleball in this room.
Yeah.
We got posts.
Yeah. Post of the week.
Now, to be fair, young man, I was golfing all week last week, not looking for posts of the week. So I only have 2,
social media.
maybe 3.
And yours are at the end.
Mine are
So mine are first.
You hopefully you have some good ones because you have to carry me on this one, buddy. I don't have anything.
All right. So here we go.
Steve.
This is me the past couple days. This is my slogan. When I was young, I sucked at golf. But after the years of golfing and practicing, I'm no longer young.
I saw this post.
Cheers.
Yes, that's me right now.
That is so good.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. It's so true.
That was a post in one of the groups. I can't remember which group, but you saw it too.
Yeah, I
Did
saw
you
it.
have any comments off that one?
No,
Oh, that would be
I think
good.
it got probably like 180 likes. But yeah, I might turn that into a bumper sticker.
That would you'd make $1 million.
Yeah, or embroider it into my golf bag.
Oh, I love that. That's fire. That's like fire.
So good.
Oh, I think I know the next one. This is good. You just have to read it.
Oh, yeah. I saw that too.
I'm getting these printed out.
Oh,
That takes the award.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Now you guys don't understand the golf ball that I threw today.
Yeah. No. And so for everybody watching, I think it was on like your eighth top tee shot on a par 3. That literally didn't go 20 yards. He lost the ball in the rough directly in front of the tee, in the deep rough. Like he literally walked in there.
Yeah.
He literally pulls a ball out of his pocket.
It just throws another one. Sounds like, why not?
I looked just like, what was that? Like, it was a really good ball I just threw away. It's like
It looked
soccer mice.
It looked like it made you feel better. So it was
It totally made me feel. Did you see? Oh, I should. This is Brian. Someone is selling a thing that you can attach to your golf cart that is a boxing bag.
Oh yeah.
Just, boom! The thing just spins.
That's awesome.
Yes, I should have got one of those.
That is the best. Where did you find this?
What
The post.
That was on
That's
Facebook. Yeah, it's on
Oh, I
Facebook.
didn't see
I saw that. I took a screenshot, sent it to a couple buddies.
You said to us?
No.
You should.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's good for your buddies. It's good enough for us.
He's a good golfer.
Okay. Yeah. It's CO Golf.
He's
CO Golf.
Yeah.
You need a projector, call CO Golf.
Shit, I gotta take my medicine.
Hold on.
So that was the other thing. So yeah, you guys know I had my issue, I had my embolism.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
to take blood thinners now. So every morning at 9 o'clock, these guys would hear my alarm
Yes.
in their backs.
What is that? It's like my
Trying to swing on my alarms, but I'm sorry.
We're teeing off at 6 in the morning.
720
Yes.
Who needs a pedicure?
manicures is Space Zan.
By the way, any top 5 to 10-ish courses posted since
my
Grey Wolf.
Is Grey Wolf the bread of GS Pro?
Grey Wolf apparently is the only
Yes.
good course.
Widespread.
Yes, it's the GOAT.
No. I think it's Grey Wolf is now Jesus.
And it's
So top 5, it's AG or BG
Yeah.
before Grey Wolf
And
and after Grey
I
Wolf.
don't understand. Listen, Grey Wolf is a great course, but there's so many great courses. Why is Grey Wolf the de facto standard is the #1 course in all of
Because
GS
there's a wolf that runs around.
I have bears on Bear Dance that we played in real life.
I didn't see them there today.
Well,
Well, whenever we play.
They were there. You didn't see them.
So I have not played Grey Wolf, and I feel left out.
You know what? You will not be whole until you play Grey Wolf.
Yes.
Well, everyone talks about it.
All right. We're pausing this.
It's got
We are
rough.
jumping in the
I
same.
know.
Yeah, we're on the same play Grey Wolf. Hold
Let's go
on.
play.
It's one wall over.
Okay. So
Okay,
I'm not going to read this.
I gotta read it. Hold on.
You don't need to read it. I'll give you the gist of it. This guy wants to put a sim in the top of his houseboat.
Ooh, love it.
Respect.
I know a guy that can help you with anything you need.
I know a guy who can do it.
Yeah. But
I can put a sim anywhere.
okay, I think that's really cool, and it's an awesome idea. But
You're rocking back and forth there.
even just a little bit, even just a tad of rocking.
I agree. The movement of the water on the houseboat would completely screw up.
Add that in with the indoor golf center,
Throw a
you
bourbon,
got a whole new level.
throw a bourbon in there.
Yeah. Yeah,
It might just be perfect.
it might just be
God, if you
perfect.
shank it off the houseboat into the if you
I mean,
chop it,
But like everything he lists here would have to protect the fiberglass on the deck. You
Yes,
need something that sets up quickly in case of wind.
yes.
Cost isn't a factor. It just, everything he lists there is just hilarious.
yeah, but CO Golf
It
honed in
seems
on
like a flex, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, but
I gotta protect the fiberglass.
yeah, but CO Golf like immediately saw this post and turned into sales guy mode. Cost is not an object.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got the video, the beam of the cost coming out.
He said, I'm a Huckleberry.
Yeah. I can set you up, buddy. Everything you want.
Can't remember if this is my last one or not. Yes, it was.
Yeah, I think I just have a couple, and they're not very good. So we're gonna move down now.
Oh, man.
Okay, first one. Eagles sent this to me.
What software is it?
Awesome golf flyover, course flyover.
Oh, it's
What software is this, GS Pro?
Oh my god. That's an insult.
It's awesome. It says it in the title. It's awesome golf. Thank you, Eagles, for
so
sending.
he's doing awesome golf.
Yeah, he's doing
FX
FX Pro, FXX, awesome golf, and
Awesome
GS
golf,
Pro.
there's what, like 3 courses?
But this dude like literally was like, "Hey, the slab looks great. Is this GS Pro?" And it says it in the title.
That's pretty funny.
Right?
It's, you can see it's edited too. I wonder just how snarky that comment was.
Yeah, even before.
First time before we edited it.
Good call. Good call.
Not saying that I've ever done that. Oh, wait. That's
Eagles has to give us a call right now.
Yeah, Eagles, let us know what your original reply was. Like, hey, DA. Oh,
Oh,
my animation didn't go.
Oh, no bill.
Anyway, I got two different ones there. The bill didn't go properly. I don't know what the left one was. I don't even remember what it was. Ignore it. The right one is today. So you said something in Discord and it may show up in our show.
yeah.
CO Golf left the course and went to, where'd you go?
PGA Super.
PGA Tour Superstore, which is down the street from where we had lunch, and bought a new putter. I just bought better putting.
Try it out tomorrow.
Yes, I know.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
I love that you were so angry with your putting that you went and bought a brand new putter.
I didn't think you were angry at your player. You just saw me no free putt for 3 days, and you're like, I should have to do that because that's against
do it.
sucks.
I feel like I had 23 putts in 4 rounds, something like that.
The post on the left, the guy is complaining that his don't buy a BLP.
Oh,
Don't buy a BLP. It's not worth the money. His R10 is way more accurate.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course it is.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was another one I was almost going to grab, but I'm pretty sure, I'm 95% sure the guy is a troll, which is Joe Schmo,
Oh, that has to be a troll.
For sure.
who's just
100%,
looking
yeah.
for like just Ralph.
But they're fun.
I didn't want, yes, they're fun.
They're fun.
It's kind of funny to see people get worked up.
I love seeing posts by.
So he did 2 on, like one was how they should follow, the SGT should follow Live instead of PGA.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Come
that's,
on.
that's when I was convinced you. Maybe he did another one before that that was similar. Now I can't remember what it was, but
I
I didn't want to give him any airtime.
I love when I load up
Which
Facebook
I'm doing
groups
right
and I see posts by an anonymous user. I'm all in. Like anonymous user, it's gonna be
Gloves
good.
are off. Yeah.
It's gonna be good. All right, that's our.
I really bought that putter just so I could make the show.
You return tomorrow.
Congratulations, you made post of the week.
You made post of the week. Congrats, yes. That is my, by the way, that is my laughing emoji. Yeah, yes, that's me. Congrats.
At least I admitted to like, hey, I'm buying equipment to get better.
But I love the way you said it. I just bought better putting.
Now, in your line of work, is that a business expense?
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
What do you think all these golf rooms are? I don't think anyone from the IRS wants.
No one watches me. No, most people don't watch me to be. All right, I think we're done. That's the show.
Yes, that is the show.
It's a long one.
I would say let's just do closing thoughts. Mike,
Super great. I appreciate you guys inviting me to come out because I know it was about getting you two guys together for sure. But having Matt and I with you guys. It's been a great experience, and I really appreciate inviting anytime.
Nice.
And if you're ever out in West Virginia, come by and play my 25 buck around.
Cheers.
Mashi, closing thoughts?
No, go to Matt first.
Matt?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, Jason, thanks for inviting me to join you guys. This was pretty sweet, and you know,
We've been able to play before when PS Golfer came in
Yeah.
town, so we knew each other. Yeah.
you know, and like, you know, Mike, we've chatted, you know,
Quite a bit.
multiple times on Discord, and like it's cool meeting you. And I mean, Masta, like, it's great getting to play with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been a good time. We get to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, one more round tomorrow. Looking forward to it.
At like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4:30.
4:30.
Yeah. It'll be great after the bourbon.
So for me, I mean, I echo everything you guys have said. But really, it was to get to see and meet this guy. Like he and I have spent for the last year and a half.
Yeah, because we would have
We started a year ago.
Christmas.
Yeah. So we're coming, this Christmas will be 2 years. So for about a year and a half, we've spent almost every week having at least a conversation in person, not just chatting. Not, I mean, if you remove the amount of hours of just chatting back and forth through Discord, every week having multiple conversations about the show, about the everything, the layout, what we want to do, and being able to have you here in person and share some of my golf experiences that I've had with you is over the top better than I could have hoped for. And so cheers, my friend. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I can't say that. So, ditto, and I hope we do it again. Well, actually, we're going to do it again.
We're gonna do it again in Kiowa.
in September.
We need to figure out.
You get to meet my
I do.
degenerates.
I do. We need to figure out between now and then a little better way to record some stuff on course.
Yeah, well, we wanted to do that today, but I think unless you have like a fifth person with a camera,
It's hard.
because we're trying to keep up.
I'm trying to
with
keep
pace.
pace with the group in front of you, and there's no time to sit and open up cameras and apps and things like that.
Yeah.
So unless there's somebody else recording,
Or the person that has to open the camera, it distracts you from the round.
right, exactly. So I wish we'd gotten more. We do have video, by the way. We may just take some of our. Here's what I think we should do. We should take just some of the small short videos that we've had and just post them.
You do shorts on.
Just those shorts on like we have a video of him walking up and pulling your hole out of the. So we have a bunch of videos that we took. I think if you guys are interested, let us know in the comments. We should just upload those unedited and just stick out some, little quick 10-second shorts of all of us playing over the course of the last week.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Cheers.
We gotta eat dinner.
Yeah, let's go to dinner.
Later.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you, gentlemen. A lot of fun.